So Dave, I hear the other day you got thrown out of the UC Summit that was happening down in San Diego.
Yeah, it was really quite embarrassing.
Tell me about that.
So it's an invitation-only event, and for the past 2 years I've been a part of the summit. And it's really interesting to me because a lot of our competitors are at this place, but they're all competitors on the premise-based or equipment sales kinds of, well, that world. Okay, there's people like Avaya, Cisco, NEC, Interactive Intelligence, those guys that are primarily selling on the premise-based world of UC. So they define unified communications differently than we do on the cloud-based side. But for some reason, one of those guys, which one I don't know, had sort of this objection to my being in the room. And it was because I found out that I had talked to some of those partners that were in attendance about our particular cloud-based offering, and they were offended by that because they had put so much money in as sponsors, and here I was basically riding for free attending this thing. And so they went to the organizers and said, get this guy out of here.
Okay, so do you think it's about the money, or do they have something else to fear?
Well,
what does SimpleSignal bring to the table that they are?
And why are these people afraid of me?
Right.
You know, why did they say,
that's the bigger
get
question.
Dave out of the room?
That's the issue.
So I find it in some ways a compliment, because it means that we're actually threatening them and their model.
Well, one of the points that you made earlier is that not everybody there is a sponsor. So it can't just be about the money, because not everybody was putting up 25, 50, or 100 grand to get in.
Right.
There were people that did not spend that kind of money to get in there.
Right.
So it's not. So that's an excuse.
So
potentially
the premise-based or equipment-based providers are running scared right now because people don't want to spend that much money in CapEx to buy those beautiful systems and have to take care of them and upgrade them, where we in the cloud are able to instead sell the entire system, one license or one extension at a time, saving them lots of money. And so I think they're really afraid.
But that's been the story with hosted versus premise for a long time. There's something more that's happening.
Yeah.
And I think there's something more about the story, the buzz that's out in the marketplace about SimpleSignal right now. And that's the new things that you guys are doing through the cloud.
Right.
So
some of our differentiation.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe we should go back into that a little bit.
Yeah.
What makes SimpleSignal different?
Right.
Especially as juxtaposed to somebody like a Cisco or an Avaya.
Right.
You know, the giants. And
like, are we doing things with mobile video that they can't do? Is that concerning them?
Yeah, I think that might be true. Because right now, people are interested in mobility. So let's just take that for a second. What are we doing in mobility that's different than them? They have video. They have these kinds of things that can go out to the endpoints as well. But I think what they're forgetting is that we have the ability to to integrate with systems other than our own environment. So if you're looking at an Avaya, for instance, you have to be an Avaya customer completely outfitted with Avaya equipment to make that work. Instead, SimpleSignal can go out and integrate with iPads or Samsung Galaxies or any smartphone and make it all work over those devices. That BYOD, bring your own device, is really, really popular right now. People want to use what they're used to using on the consumer side at work.
Right. So you're in essence device agnostic, at least within the iOS and the Android operating systems.
Yes,
correct?
that is correct.
Yeah.
And that iOS and Android, that probably represents 90-95% of the market.
What else is there really?
Yeah, and so because of that, we have an amazing product that can reach anyone, anywhere, and that's the promise of the cloud.
So it's device agnostic, but it's also network agnostic. Is that not true?
That is true. We can work over a variety of different networks, including the 4G or the Wi-Fi or a private network. So, I mean, it really is pretty exciting about the use case for what it is that we're doing at SimpleSignal.
So not to overuse a term, but it's kind of the killer app for video and mobility.
Video and mobility, yes. That is really what we're stressing right now. It's taking the phone that's on your desk and integrating it with the phone that's in your pocket.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, Dave.
Fun experience.
Yeah,
and,
interesting.
A little embarrassing, but I'm glad that part's over. And
Yep.
it's just intriguing to me that we got these guys on the run, that they're a little bit afraid,
Yep.
and my mission this year is to make them a lot afraid.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Friendly competition.
That's
what we
right.
like.
Absolutely.
Thanks.